culture has to be walked and not talked, right? And so it's very easy for leadership to say you have to come back into the office, but if they don't show up themselves and they don't set the example, no one's going to follow.
And it's easier to talk about.
That's why we're up here, right?
No, seriously. Like, there was one leader I know who literally was like, "How come no one's coming back?" And someone's like, "Well, you're not back either." Like,
that's exactly. And going back to the tools, like we can develop tools all day long, and we've experienced this. Our organization helps companies with a tool, but if culturally they're not of a self-service mindset, if the buyer doesn't pick up the mouse and click on our site themselves, their culture behind them generally doesn't follow suit. Right now, internally at brightfin, the same challenge. Right, we built tons of automation this year. And we started off the year 30% automation on certain tasks. And our team looked at ourselves and said, why are we doing it this way? Why are 70% of this work being done by people and not by the tools that we've built? Well, the people didn't trust the tools. They didn't have a part in building the tools that they were going to use, and they didn't understand that if I use these tools, what happens to me? Right? And so to your point, you have to enable them not just to use the tools, but you have to enable them to grow. Each one of those people that was submitting orders before can now grow into another role that will benefit the organization. And so you have to be able to tie it back. And again, if your leadership isn't starting with, hey, we use this tool first, or we've developed this in cooperation with you as a group, right? If your operations team isn't collaborating with you, they're never going to pick up those tools that you want them to. And so again, whether or not it's coming into the office or whether or not using an automation platform, if the people that are going to use that platform every day aren't part of that decision-making process, and the leadership of that team isn't leading the way and leading the charge, the rest of the organization is just going to look at it and say, well, they tried, but they didn't. Right? So we're not.